Welcome to my channel. IIT Foundation and Maths for 6th class. Chapter 5 Ratio and Proportion. 37th problem. A student, Gaurav, secured 150 marks. His weight is 50 kilograms. Another student, Saurav, of weight 40 kilograms, also wrote the same exam. If their weights were in proportion to their marks, if their weights were in proportion to their marks, how much did Saurav score? Their weights were in proportion to their marks. Let Saurav scored X marks. Saurav's score. Gaurav's marks is equal to 150. Therefore, their ratio of marks is equal to 150 is to X. Marks secured by Gaurav to the marks secured by Saurav are in the ratio 150 is to X. Gaurav's marks and Saurav's marks are in this ratio, and this ratio is in the ratio of their weights. Gaurav's weight is 50 kilograms and Saurav's weight is 40 kilograms. Therefore, the ratio of their weights is 50 is to 40. Ratio of their weights. Ratio of their weights is equal to weight of the Gaurav is to weight of the Saurav. So we have to take the same order, Gaurav first and Saurav first. Here it is the ratio of the marks scored by Gaurav to the marks scored by Saurav. Therefore, the marks scored by them are in the same ratio as their weights. Therefore, 150 is to X. 150 is to X is as 50 is to 40. 150 is to X is as 50 is to 40. Therefore, as these two ratios are in proportion, 150, X 50 and 40 are in proportion. Therefore, using the law of proportion, the product of extremes is equal to the product of means, or the product of means is equal to the product of extremes. First, we will take the product of means, X into 50 is equal to product of extremes, 150 into 40. 150 into 40. Therefore, X is equal to 150 into 40 by 50. So 50 ones 50, 53 is 150. So 3 fours 12 and 0, 120. Therefore, X is equal to 120. Saurav scored 120 marks. So next problem, 38. A and B's savings are in proportion to the ratio of their incomes. A's income is 12,000 and his savings is 4,000. If B's savings is 12,000, find the income of B. So let the income of B X rupees. Let the income of B be X rupees. Incomes. Ratio of the income of A and B is 12,000 is to X. A's income is rupees 12,000 and B's income is rupees X. It is in proportion 1,000 and A's savings is 4,000 and B's savings is 12,000. Therefore, ratio of the savings of A and that of B is 4,000 is to 12,000. But this is in proportion to the income. The savings are in proportion to the income. Therefore, 12,000 is to X is as 4,000 is to 12,000. Therefore, 12,000 X, 4,000, 12,000 are in proportion. Therefore, the product of means these two, X into 4,000 is equal to product of extremes. 12,000 into 12,000, or x is equal to 12,000 into 12,000 by 4,000. So 3 zeros, 4 ones, 4 threes, 12 threes, 36,000. So x is equal to 36,000. But what is x? The income of B. Therefore, B's income is rupees 36,000. 39th problem. Mr. Kalyan and his wife use different two-wheelers. The quantity of petrol they use in liters is in proportion to the ratio of the number of kilometers they travel in a month. Mr. Kalyan uses 24 liters of petrol and he travels a distance of 1200 kilometers. If his wife travels 800 kilometers, then find the number of petrol that she uses in a month. So the quantity of petrol they use in liters is in proportion to the ratio of the number of kilometers. So number of kilometers they travel 1200 kilometers and 800. Mr. Kalyan travels 1200 kilometers and his wife travels 800 kilometers. Therefore, the ratio of the distances travelled by them is 1200 is to 800. And this is in proportion with the liters of petrol they used. Kalyan uses 24 liters of petrol and his wife uses X liters. Say the number of liters of petrol that she uses is X liters. The number of liters of petrol that she uses is X. So ratio of the number of liters of petrol they use is 24 is to X. This is in proportion with the distance travelled by them. So Kalyan travels 1200 kilometers and his wife travels 800 kilometers. Therefore, ratio is 1200 is to 800. This is equal to the ratio of the use of petrol. 24 liters is to X liters. Therefore, is as. So these four numbers 1200, 800, 24 and X are in proportion. Therefore, we use law of proportion. That is, product of extremes is equal to product of means. So product of extremes 1200 into X is equal to product of means 800 into 24, or X is equal to 800 into 24 by 1200. So 2 zeros and 2 zeros gets cancelled. 12 ones, 12 twos, 24, 8 twos, 16. Therefore, X is equal to number of liters of petrol she uses, 16 liters.